Namaste, Tina Thrussell here with the Shin Dao, the Way of the Heart. So as with a lot of mornings, I stood there going, so what do I talk about today? And I looked over at our fireplace mantle where I always keep one of our Shin Dao cards. On one side of the card is the 4 pillars, on the other side is listed the 12 tenets. I walked over and picked up the card and flipped it over. Good morning, Dan. Lovely to see you. I'm coming to see you later this morning. And I flipped it over. I was called to flip it over, and the very first tenet that jumped off the page is, you never walk alone. Oh, okay. All right. I guess somebody needs to hear that out there this week. And then I looked over at my kitchen table. Good morning, Chuck. And I saw this lovely bouquet. Yesterday, I was blessed and honored to present a mindfulness session at the Calgary DI, the Drop-In Center. For more than 20 years, the Drop-In has been providing services and housing for people at risk or experiencing homelessness. And their goal is to bring dignity into the lives of these people that have found themselves in some unfortunate circumstances. And they gave me, as a thank you for volunteering my time, this lovely bouquet of paper flowers. And each one of the flowers lists one of the values of the Drop-In Center. Their values are wellness, accountability, respect, kindness, and community. And these values speak to the fact that people don't have to feel like they ever walk alone, even people who are on the street. There is always community there. And it's interesting that the feeling of being alone is really about separating ourselves from humankind, and bigger yet, separating ourselves from the source of all that is. When we forget that we are one with that energy that is the divine love that resides within us and embraces us and imbues us and is within us to emanate. That divine love is what connects us all and prevents us from feeling like we're alone. And if you're ever feeling alone, that's all you have to remember, is that this divine love light that some people call God, some people refer to as Creator, Source, the universe, Great Spirit, there's all sorts of names. It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. It is that divine love light energy that lives within. And when we can feel that in our hearts and touch that and remember that that is always there with us, then we never walk alone. And really, no one ever walks alone. Humankind at its true essence and our goodness in that divine love light wants to be in service to one another. Don't you love hearing feel-good stories? Don't you love giving somebody a hand when it looks like they need a little help? Of course you do. That's our nature. So when you feel alone, it's because you've forgotten to reach out and ask for help. And so many people feel that asking is a weakness. Good morning, Gary. Lovely to see you here. And asking is far from a weakness. In fact, it takes a great deal of strength to ask for help. And when you do, there will always be somebody who's willing to offer a helpful, kind hand. And this is the way of the heart, to live in that kindness and compassion. As a Shin Daoist, I won't walk away from someone who's needing help and asking for it. I will do whatever I can to be in assistance. Now, there may be qualifiers for that. It's certainly not going to be an enabling situation, but good morning, Jody. Lovely to see you. Oh, I see some great message, something about a smile and hello. Are the Calgary way to say you are one of many and one of us all. I'm guessing that's probably Dan, but I don't know for sure. It's gone off my screen. Yeah, the Calgary way is a smile, a kind word. And I invite you to remember that as you walk through your day. Remember that for yourself and remember that for others. You can be the one person who makes a difference and helps someone feel like they're not alone. Smile at a homeless person on the street. Say hello. Oh my goodness, they're not going to hurt you. Just smile and say hello. They just want to be acknowledged and seen as a human being, just like you and I do. And remember, always, you can choose the path of fear or choose the path of love. Choosing the path of fear is creating a separateness from yourself and that source of all that is and from all of humankind. And choosing the path of love is remembering that we are one. We're all in this together. So I leave you with this wonderful message of you never walk alone. And if you'd like to know more about the Shin Dao tenets and the 4 pillars, they're on our website, www.shindao.com. And there you can also subscribe to Heart and Mind Matters and the Spiritual Warrior's Way, which is an e-zine that goes on the opposite weeks of Heart and Mind Matters. These 2 publications are intended to bring positive, uplifting messages into your life and give you something to smile about once a week. I love you so much. I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for sharing this message because it came to me loud and clear. Oh yes, I forgot to say, the 3rd sign was that when I logged on and I was about to get ready to do my Facebook Live, I saw somebody's post that said, do you ever feel alone? And if you do, what do you do about it? And I was like, wow, okay, if that isn't my 3rd message that I have to speak about, you never walk alone, what is? So, feel free to share this. Somebody out there needs to hear that you never walk alone. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Mwah. Namaste. Create a loving, kind-filled day.